There are clear rules in poker, and then there are the unwritten rules, the point of etiquette. And when etiquette is breached, a discussion may ensue, which could become heated.
Don't do it again. I don't want an apology. Don't do it again.
Which could result in controversy.
Everybody except me is really upset at him.
And when there are controversies, we have a top 5. From the expanded PokerStars library, here are 5 times players have crossed the invisible line.
Cool.
At 5, we find the usually mellow monk, Andy Black, giving a player a piece of his mind in Baden back in 06. Matthias Eriksson has been folded round to him. And he's going to limp in.
He can't possibly limp with that hand.
I'm afraid he just has. And Andy Black's all in again.
This time I have a good hand.
Andy doesn't.
Peter's right, but he shouldn't be saying that.
And strictly speaking, Andy's hand is better than Eriksson's. Well, he can't possibly call.
No, he's doing this for Andy's benefit to just let him stew a little bit while he thinks about it. But no, he's going to fold.
Bit of dwelling, bit of TV time. And his cards go in the muck.
Go.
Don't make comments during the hand.
Andy's kicked off.
It's really bad.
And
yeah?
he's right, of course.
You know?
I was just joking.
No, but it's not a joke, yeah?
You're right, Andy.
It's not a joke. It's,
he's not happy.
it's not. It's
No,
the second
no,
time
he's
you've done
he's
that,
extremely
right?
unhappy about this.
You made a comment which could influence the pot, yeah?
Okay.
You can't do that. Oh, he doesn't have a good hand. You should know better than
You're
that,
right,
yeah?
you're right, Andy. I apologize.
Yeah, just don't do it again. I don't want an apology. Don't do it again.
Hey, this coming from the guy who moved all in out of turn.
Well, you know, sometimes you just get caught in the heat of the moment.
Well,
It's okay. Just don't do it again. I know I know you forgot, but please don't forget again.
he's apologised, Andy. Move on.
Affect the destination of this tournament, you know?
No, I felt really needed.
All right, let's just deal the cards, fellas. Next hand.
Not sure which was worse, the crime or the punishment. But Andy makes a fair point. Poker etiquette is there for a reason. Certain things can influence the flow of a hand, even an honest mistake. Like number 4 from the $1 million cash game.
I think for 1,200 we're going to see Mike at least call this.
Yeah, we haven't seen him raise those kind of hands, and
Wowee,
he
Mike.
stays true to form and just calls.
You're the guy that
The problem he finds is too many of the other players like to raise.
Remember what I told you I was going to do? You remember?
So we got pocket 6s, pocket 5s.
You're the only one that has me beat too.
There's a raise already here from Tom. I think if Phil calls this, he could bring in the rest of the table. Well, he has. There's enough marginal hands out there that...
Actually, I was gonna raise 12,000, so you save money.
I'm pretty sure Mattisau and Benjamin are going to call. They both have pocket pairs. And if Phil Ivey calls, that could bring in every single person. Phil Ivey, the first player in the $1 million cash game history with over $1 million in front of him.
And he wants more.
2. Thank you.
He calls
You know,
that bet.
Jerry, you're such a bad beat for me. I was going to raise 12,000. He was going to re-raise me, and I was just going to get 200,000 the same. And you had
9,600 more.
Or whatever it is.
Patrick decides to go. Mike's been relatively tight, but he's got the kind of hand he knows if he catches, he could get the lot. So he's called.
That's exactly why he's called. If he can hit his magical 6.
Cool.
No tiny raise.
Don't ever call me a coward. I was folding this hand, too.
15. What do you need, Mike?
How much do you have, Mike?
Like 250 starting the hand.
Now we're playing the game. I mean, it was getting a little slow.
No, I ain't.
Wow, what a flop for 10 Jack.
God dang it all. Man, what am I doing? I got the maniac kid on my right, and I didn't re-raise him before the flop.
33,800 is the bet.
I guess I deserve to lose. I keep trying
Looks
to trap
like
the kid.
I can't imagine he's going to get a caller here.
33,800.
there isn't actually that much for any of the other players. Phil Ivey's got a pair in a straight draw, so maybe he'll get a call from him. It is bottom pair, though.
This is really bad. I am
That
so
was pretty
appalled.
bad, yeah.
I don't see, look at, can anybody see his cards over here?
That's all right, Mike. We know a deuce or three
Would you
didn't
be able
come
to see his
anyway.
cards right here?
It's okay, they knew he was folding anyway.
Mike, we know you needed a deuce, 3 or 4 anyway.
No, but I mean,
Talk about your hand.
I didn't say anything about my hand. I just thought he's folding.
You don't know who's in the pot?
Well, you have 17 chips on red cards.
You don't know
red
who's
chips.
in the pot at the beginning of a pot?
You come over here, and if you can see your, I'll give you 10,000.
I bet that if I was over there, I
you
would
can see
know
your
that
you
I
can see
was
your
in the
cards.
pot.
10,000 says you can't see your cards. Right here. You got to bet.
10,000 says I know everybody who's in the pot from the beginning.
I apologize, but there's no way you can see your cards. What else do you want me to say about it?
Well, Mike's passed out a turn.
You want to bet 10,000? Because I always know who's in the pot.
I know
before
who's in the
flop?
pot, but I thought you folded.
For the rest
I
of the
can't see
session?
your cards. Your cards are all hidden by the red chips.
Okay. And where was I?
A lot of money at stake.
33.
Temper starting to rise. Pot is 90,000, and it's 33,000 to call.
Of course, it really should be Tom Dwan that Mike Madisau should be apologising to.
33.
3,800.
He's giving Phil Ivey free information. He knows that Mike Madisau's not going to raise or play behind him.
Phil Ivey going to give it up.
I think he was the only potential customer here, unless David wants to be creative. He doesn't. Tom takes that one down. He's a bit unfortunate. No one else caught any of that flop.
Oh, what is going on here?
7-8-9 might have been a better flop for him. The 8-10 might have felt a bit stronger, and the pocket sixes might have even played.
There were at least 3 etiquette infractions in that hand. But the real controversy? Those graphics! Am I right? And number 3 is from Prague in 2015 and asks the question, when is a call not a call?
Gleb's raise of a super small river bet got a fold before. Pretty good reason to think it might work again.
There's the bluff from Tremsin, 2.3 million.
It doesn't look like it's gonna work.
Ensan re-raises.
Good call.
You call?
Yeah.
You win. I'm just 5. 5.
Yeah, it's a good call.
I think there's some confusion here. I think Gleb thought Ensan was calling.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I win.
Yeah.
Yes, I win. 4,6.
4-6.
I said good call.
Call. You call.
No, I said good call.
I call. I raise. Hey man,
But I
you
didn't
call.
say it.
I call. I call. I call. You say I call.
Floor?
Yeah, he bet 400.
Of course, I'm not calling. We say.
This is I raise. This is I raise.
You said raise, like it's clear.
He didn't say raise.
Raise, my friend.
And you said call.
I said good call, not that I'm calling. How can I call with 8-4?
Well, this is awkward.
Let's go back to the tape and hear what Gleb said.
Good call.
Good call.
You win.
He thought Ensan was calling, and he praised him on his call.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Okay, gentlemen. It's okay. I don't want more. It's okay. It's okay.
Of course, I'm not calling.
No. I don't want more. Yeah. It's okay, man.
Yet another amazing display of sportsmanship.
Be careful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's okay.
sorry for that. It's my
okay.
mistake, but
But next time, please
Yeah.
don't bluff.
yeah.
It's not good.
But you bluff also.
I have 5. It's don't flop. You have nothing.
Good call is probably the last compliment Gleb Tremsin has ever given. That's what you get for being nice. Number 2 has some super high roller hijinks and a questionable play from Daniel Negreanu.
Welcome to the table, everybody.
Ace king for Daniel Negreanu.
Oh, apparently someone other than Steve Silverman is allowed to pick up a hand.
Negreanu raises. And raises big.
Oops. 29, buddy.
Whoops.
45 even, not 29.
45?
It's so nice.
I meant to put in 9.
I thought it's 29 first, too.
That is an 11x raise from Daniel.
And an apparent misclick. Weird.
How much are you playing?
350, so about 4.
Oh man, this could get real ugly for Steve Silverman if he reads Daniel's sheepishness for weakness.
He's got king jack suited. He's got everyone at the table covered.
Maybe he won't go too crazy though, because it's clear Daniel did want to raise in the first place. He just didn't want to raise that much. This spot is weirder than walking into a room where people have just been talking about you.
All in.
Silverman shoves.
Whoops.
And Negreanu calls.
Wow. Do you get me?
No, I have ace king, but
He got you.
okay.
This is the biggest pot of the tournament.
That really was a misclick.
The misclick may have been genuine, but him feeling bad about it definitely isn't.
Well, it's mainly spades on the flop. 9-6-4. So far, so good for Negreanu.
Only 3 cards capable of saving Silverman. Finally got that one in.
Hey! You have clubs, right? Oh, okay, I thought it was spades. All right. So now he needs a queen or a jack?
Correct.
It's running hard. It's dangerous.
Ah, hey.
It's very dangerous against this guy.
He's running through it, huh?
The river is an ace.
I got 4, 38, 5.
Negreanu doubles up. He wins a massive pot. He's chip leader once again by a considerable margin.
Misclick, you say? You suspect, Negreanu. You suspect.
The question is, did I do it on purpose to trap the big blind, or did I just do what's called a misclick?
Raising to a larger size than normal and then talking about how it's a misclick and how you meant to make it 9, if that's not actually the case, I think that's a little bit shady.
That really was a misclick. I have no problem with that sort of move. It's all part of the psychology of the game, and you have to guess for yourself whether or not I'm acting or not. It's part of the game.
We played a pot for the chip lead, very big pot that basically just shouldn't have happened.
One of the things about being a good poker player is you got to keep your cards close to the vest.
It's hard to give someone credit when you find out they have priors. Like our number 1 controversial play, it's the now infamous angle shoot from Madrid 2011.
Unite might be wondering if he can get away with a raise. The board's pretty dry, however, so he'd be repping a very strong hand.
He elects just to call. The turn card is another 5. Freitas continues to run golden.
Freitas runs better than Usain Bolt.
Goes check, check, and a 6 on the river, giving Freitas a full house.
Freitas boats up. I think he missed some value on the turn, but I doubt he'll be checking behind this time. It's going to be really tough for Eugene to not think he has the best hand.
He's going to put out a value bet, 275,000.
Much?
A little Hollywooding, maybe.
Okay, raise.
Raise coming.
I'm sorry, I call.
What?
I call.
You said raise.
You announced raise.
No, speak English.
You announced raise.
No speak English. No way he meant to just call with a full house. That was not a mistake.
Thomas Krems has been called to the table.
I believe we're looking at an angle shoot here. Freitas knows the rule is that his raise must stand.
Wow, did you see that?
And I think he's trying to make it look like he didn't want to raise, so he'll get a call out of Eugene.
Yeah, I think this is exactly the same situation that we had already in this tournament, when you did exactly the same move when you had the nuts. I just share this information with you. Okay?
Wow, Freitas has got previous for this.
You understand? So I force you to raise now, and you have the option what you do. That's why you need to put in another 275.
I think this is well handled by Thomas Kremser.
He's forcing Freitas to min-raise, but he's told Eugene Unite that this is a move that Freitas makes when he's got a monster.
So because of what happened before.
Oh, do you force him to min raise?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my option whether or not he raises. It's my option what to do now, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, I understand.
Armed with that information, does Eugene Unite now fold top pair?
I know we're not supposed to actively root for players, but I sure hope he mucks. Make Freitas look like a chump.
He makes the call. Freitas shows the full house.
Same situation
Yeah.
again.
No, I know. I heard about this before the tournament started.
So ugly, I can tell you.
Ugly. Move was so dirty, feel like I need a shower.
I heard about this guy a week ago. I heard about this guy a week ago.
I've never seen Thomas Kremser look so disgusted.
Speaking of disgusted, look at the other players at the table. Look at Juan Maceras. You know, back in the old days, running an angle shoot could get you actually shot.
Controversially, that's the end of our top 5.
It's all right, Mike. We know a deucer.
Would you be able to see his cards right here?
It's okay. It's okay.
Should know better than that, yeah?
Look out for more on PokerStars.tv.
I did not see that being resolved so happily.